103.2 FM.
From Leyland to Longridge.
And Wood Plumpton to Walton Le Dale.
It's your community.
Your radio.
Your Preston FM.
And wherever you are, it's your Preston FM 103.2 online and of course on TuneIn Radio. So on your mobile and on your tablets, TuneIn Radio, the place to be. And right now, it's lovely to welcome into the studio Vida West and Graeme Tobyn. So Happy New Year. Seems a little late now, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
It's lovely to see you both again. So this is our herbal health feature. So, what are you going to be telling us about, guys?
Well, I'm going to talk about detox diets, and then I'm going to hand over to Vida, who's going to talk about how to look after cold sores.
Okay, brilliant. So, the microphone is yours, Graeme.
Thank you. Okay, so Vida and I, of course, are qualified herbalists who run the Preston Herbal Clinic at the Remedy Centre for Health, Tulketh Road, Preston. Now, January is the month when many people undertake a detox diet. Googling this term just before Christmas, I found that there were already many to choose from. I downloaded a couple, designed by a naturopath and a nutritionist, designed to promote the elimination of unwanted chemicals and environmental and dietary toxins from the body, as they wrote. The first diet begins positively with a long list of foods allowed on the detox diet, including fruit and veg, grains, beans and legumes, nuts and seeds. Sensible stipulations are to drink a minimum of 8 glasses of water per day and to take time to chew the food well. Next comes the list of don'ts. No eggs or dairy products, no wheat or other gluten-containing grains, no soya products, no tea, coffee, soft drinks, alcohol, sugars, or artificial sweeteners, additives or preservatives. As far as animal proteins go, only lamb, organic chicken or turkey, wild game and wild fish are allowed. The recommended detox menus consist of around 60 to 80% vegetables, preferably raw, at lunch and dinner, while breakfast need only be based on 50% fruit or veg. The second author tells the reader to forget detox pills and potions, colonics, juice-only diets and starvation. Instead, she maps out a 7-day meat-free food cleanse through typical menus that also avoid dairy, wheat, caffeinated drinks, alcohol, sugar and additives. Her menus are based on limited portions, which will encourage weight loss, although her description of the serving size of wild salmon as that of a toilet paper roll without paper is sure to put off many reading her proposal. We must credit the authors with their promotion of healthy ingredients and some sound advice, but must we go this far in January when it is cold and we want something to warm us up? Are such seasonal messages amplifying a tendency in some of us to feel guilty after the Christmas indulgences? Or are detox diets just another form of yo-yo dieting that demonstrates an unhealthy relationship with food? And what do we do for the rest of the year? Coinciding with the seasonal influx of such diets are the special reports on the effectiveness of detox diets and supplements. Channel 4 broadcast this month an item on detox diets on their Food Unwrapped programme, and weightlossresources.co.uk put such diets under the spotlight. Celebrities often endorse detox as a quick way to lose weight and regain energy, to get rid of cellulite and frequent headaches, and to lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels. The website lists saunas, massages, body brushing and the less pleasant colonic irrigation, bowel enemas and fasting as some of the tools advocated. Herbal supplements such as milk thistle, eliminative remedies such as laxatives, and bitter tonics for the liver are also often included. So, do these diets really work? And are there hidden dangers in detoxing? There is no doubt that cutting out food groups such as dairy, meat and wheat will reduce calorie intake and almost certainly lead to weight loss, which, if salt is also moderated, is very likely to lower blood pressure. It is furthermore undoubtedly good to develop the excellent habit of eating lots of fruit and veg. whose antioxidants, by the way, can help to reduce cellulite, and of properly hydrating your body by drinking plenty of water, which will mean less headaches. But maintaining such a restricted diet for a prolonged period can lead to nutritional deficiencies and lowered immunity to infections. If you keep the detox short, but return to the bad diet that prompted the detox in the first place, this will simply put the pounds back on and bring back the old symptoms. Restricted diets are not necessary to detoxify the body, since healthy bodies do this all the time. Foregoing alcohol does have benefits, as Professor Rajiv Jalan's study at the University of London Medical School has recently shown. An alcohol-free January reduced in its 10 participants liver fat by an average of 15%, blood glucose levels by 23%, weight by 1.5 kilos, and blood cholesterol by 5%, while there was a rise in sleep quality of 10% and concentration levels of 18%. The short detox diet could, however, be the encouragement to a healthier eating pattern, kick-started perhaps by avoiding junk foods and preparing more of your meals at home from fresh ingredients. There is no substitute for a healthy diet, and this, combined with regular exercise, is the key to weight loss and staying well. Chewing food well to encourage the feeling of having eaten well on smaller portions, and drinking plenty of water or non-caffeinated drinks throughout the day to ensure hydration are good habits to develop. It may be that people misinterpret thirst as hunger. As for those herbal supplements, well, make sure to support optimal digestion and to give food an appetising taste with the culinary herbs and spices we all know. And bring back the missing taste of bitterness in your food by buying some endives for your salads and drinking some roasted dandelion root or chicory-based coffee substitutes. Now, I mentioned impaired immunity and infections, and Vida's now going to talk about how being run down can lead to cold sores. Vida.
Thanks, Graeme. So, cold sores are small fluid-filled sores that develop at the edge of your lower lip. They are caused by the herpes simplex virus, and this virus is highly contagious and can be easily passed from person to person by close direct contact. After someone has contracted the virus, it remains dormant for most of the time. However, every so often the virus can be activated by certain triggers, resulting in an outbreak of cold sores. Because the virus is easily spread, hygiene during outbreaks is really important. So if you do suffer from them, you need to make sure you wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water after touching them, and also after applying creams to the area. In particular, take care not to spread the virus to the genitals, eyes or nail beds.
Vida, how often do people tend to get an outbreak of cold sores?
Well, the majority of people carry the cold sore virus, but only some of us seem to suffer from outbreaks. Some people never get them at all because the virus never becomes active. Some people may have them quite often, for example 2 or 3 times a year, whereas for others it may be less. So it really varies.
What could trigger an outbreak?
Triggers vary from person to person, but can include being worn out. Also, an injury to the area around the mouth could trigger an attack. And in women, monthly periods can actually be a trigger. Having a cold may trigger an outbreak. This could be due to altered immunity. The fact that the nose and lips may be dry and irritated from blowing the nose will not help. And sunlight can also be a trigger, an outbreak in certain people. For example, some people find if they go on holiday, they'll suddenly come out with cold sores if they go abroad. So if this is the case, you need to keep your lips moisturised, use sunscreen and a hat, and avoid prolonged exposure to sun or wind. And stress can also be a trigger, as can certain foods.
Vida, can you then offer any advice for reducing the likelihood of an outbreak?
Well, one thing I commonly see in clinic is that of outbreaks of cold sores being related to stress. And we're just beginning to realise how much stress can suppress the immune system. If stress is a factor, then obviously the first thing to do is to minimise stress where possible. So that may mean making changes in your life. However, this is not always possible, but there are things that you can do to help. For example, taking time to relax, or as I say, me time, and making sure that you eat a healthy diet is really important. With regards to diet, what you really want is a diet which is low in the amino acid arginine and high in lysine. This is because arginine encourages the replication of the cold sore virus, while lysine inhibits it. So arginine is found in foods such as nuts, in particular hazelnuts and peanuts, and unfortunately chocolate. You can buy supplements of lysine, but you can also increase your intake by eating certain foods such as eggs and meat.
Vida, how can herbal medicine help?
Well, with regards to herbal medicine, the herbs chosen depends on the person. So, for example, if stress is a major factor, then herbs which support the nervous system such as oats, skullcap and lemon balm would be used. Premenstrual outbreaks may be helped by attention to diet and hormone balancing herbs. And in practice, I've found a few herbs in particular to be extremely beneficial. These are echinacea, lemon balm, St. John's wort and licorice. Now, echinacea is great because it boosts the immune system. And as discussed, stress can suppress the immune system, and also things like not getting enough sleep or eating the wrong food. So when your immune system's suppressed, you most likely get an outbreak. Lemon balm is a great herb and one that I use a lot. It's a nervine, which means it helps to support the nervous system. So it's very calming. It's also been shown to be antiviral. Some studies suggest that topical ointments containing lemon balm may help to heal cold sores. In one study of 116 people, they found that those who applied lemon balm cream experienced significant improvement in redness and swelling after only 2 days. It's also been shown to reduce the healing time. St. John's wort can also be really helpful. Most of us think of St. John's wort as being taken for mild to moderate depression. However, it's also been shown to be antiviral. A key point to make here is that there are some safety concerns. In particular, it can act with some medication. Therefore, if you were thinking about taking it, I would advise seeing a herbal practitioner who will assess whether it's safe for you to take and see what medication you're on. Research into licorice has been shown to be antiviral activities for herpes. And licorice cream is actually something I often use, generally combined with lemon balm, essential oils and other herbs. And on a final note, if you do have an outbreak around the eye, don't treat yourself. Seek medical attention. And, if you're pregnant, you really need to see a herbal practitioner. You don't really want to be self-prescribing herbs internally. So that's it. I hope that's a bit of help.
Can I thank you both once again? More than interesting. So there you are. That was Graeme, Tobyn and Vida West from Preston Herbal Clinic on Talketh Road. And hope it won't be too long before we'll be seeing you again on Chat City.
Yes, we hope to be back next month on your programme, Hughie, to give listeners some more information about herbal remedies.
Lovely. I shall look forward to that, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed today's interview, why not tweet Hughie at Chat City PFM.